In Robin Jenkins' novel, The Cone Gatherers, there's this character, Duror, who's seen as a total pillar of his community. But underneath that respectable surface, something is seriously wrong. Today, we're going to pinpoint the exact moment his whole world just completely falls apart and take a deep dive into his terrifying descent into madness.
So, really, the whole novel boils down to this one single haunting question. How does a man who everyone looks up to, someone seen as strong and good, turn into a monster? What's the tipping point? That's the mystery we're going to try and solve today. Okay, so our investigation starts with this one critical scene, the deer drive. This is the very first time the other characters see what we, the readers, have kind of known for a while. And the description of Duror is just shocking. Unshaven, slack-mouthed, mumbling. And that word glacket, it's a Scottish word. It means sort of vacant and foolish. This isn't just him having a bad day. This is his inside corruption showing on the outside.
Yeah, this moment is so important, we really have to focus in on it. The deer drive isn't just something that happens, it's an explosion. It's the point where all that pressure Durar's been bottling up just erupts right in front of everybody.
So what goes down? Well, a deer gets shot, and Callum, who's this incredibly gentle soul, he instinctively runs to the dying animal and cradles it. It's this beautiful act of pure empathy. But Duror's reaction? It's just shockingly violent. He rips Callum away and slits the deer's throat. And it's what he says next. That's what shows us just how broken his mind really is.
In that moment of pure madness, Duror doesn't see a deer. He sees his bedridden wife, Peggy. And this is the absolute turning point. His private misery, all the pain and decay he's been hiding, it's suddenly out in the open. The mask has completely slipped off, and for the first time, everyone else sees the monster. But to really get why that explosion was so huge, we have to rewind. We've got to look at the man Duror was pretending to be. His public breakdown is only so shocking because of that perfect mask he wore for so long. And this slide right here, this gets to the absolute core of it all. Appearance versus reality. Publicly, Duror is this stalwart figure, strong, dependable, a good guy. But privately, he is consumed by this deep, sickening disgust for any kind of imperfection he sees in the world. This hidden hatred is the root of the entire tragedy. The novel actually gives us the perfect metaphor for this, the iron mask. Think about it. Iron makes you think of coldness, something rigid that won't bend. And mask, well, that's obvious. He's hiding something. He's hiding his true, twisted self behind this perfectly controlled exterior. But a mask like that can only stay on for so long.
And it's so important to understand that this hatred, it's not a new thing for him. The book describes it as a tree of revulsion growing inside of him. And just like a tree, it has these deep, deep roots. It's been growing for years, spreading and spreading, until it's become this totally uncontrollable force. This isn't just a bad mood, it's who he is.
So after the deer drive, that iron mask is cracked. The damage is done, and it's visible. This next part is all about the consequences and how a complete failure from everyone around him just pushes Duror even further into darkness.
So after his huge public outburst, Duror gets sent to see the local doctor. Now, you'd think this would be the moment, right? A chance for someone to step in, for him to get help. But instead, it becomes this perfect example of society's total inability to understand, let alone treat, the kind of deep, moral sickness that's taken hold of him. This is the only help he gets. The doctor's advice? To endure it. Not fix it, not cure it, but to endure it. I mean, that implies this long, painful struggle with no hope, no end in sight. He's basically told he's on his own. He's left completely alone with his escalating madness. And the effect of being dismissed like that is immediate, and frankly, it's terrifying. His inner thoughts, right after leaving the doctor's office, reveal this horrible trio of violent impulses: murder, rape, or suicide. That's not just a dark thought. It is a chilling prophecy of exactly where this story is going to end up. So let's just quickly connect the dots here. Step 1, the deer drive shatters his public mask. Step 2, society completely fails to step in, offering him zero help. And step 3, abandoned, with no way out, his hatred just gets stronger. And now it's focused on one single thing: destruction.
And that brings us to the final, tragic act.
The deer drive started this unstoppable chain reaction. What comes next is a climax that's as violent as it is inevitable. Duror's fall is now complete. In those final moments, Duror's outside finally matches his inside chaos. He's described as unkempt, he's got a grubby collar, he's just rambling, not making any sense. He gets obsessed with the word seed, which for him has come to symbolize all the imperfection and corruption he hates in the world. The respectable gamekeeper is gone for good.
And this is where it all ends. The final image is horrifying. Callum is murdered, and he's described as dangling in macabre gestures of supplication. It's this very clear Christ-like symbol of innocence being sacrificed. And Duror, he takes his own life. His end is violent, it's bloody, it's empty. And the crucial point here is this. In destroying the good that he hated, he didn't find any relief. All he found was the need to destroy himself. Evil, in the end, just consumes itself.
But that leaves us with one last really haunting question. Okay, so the novel suggests that evil is ultimately a self-destructive force. But what about the innocent lives it destroys on its way there? What's the real cost of hatred? That's the thought I'm going to leave you with today. Thanks for joining me for this breakdown.